Wait for a while na. Set up lang ako ang cellphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start with our semestral convention. It's for the opening of the semester. So basically, this was supposed to happen uh, last last week. Kaso we were busy with the core eds, so for the opening of our maritime. Kaya hindi siya na wait lang kasi. Kaya hindi natin siya nagawa last week. So, basically, we started this one because we're already in grade 12. No, grade 12 na mo. And since grade 12 na mo, dapat at least kabalo mo sa vision, mission, core values, and sa moist hymn. So, it's just a little bit of an introduction para sa vision, mission, core values, and moist hymn. Who among you here knows our vision, mission, core values, and moist hymn? Sino sa inyo dito ang nakakaalam na? Mga previous moist chat. Elay? O kakanta ka nga mamaya, Elay, ha, ng moist hymn.
Alam, ma'am.
Alam. Okay. So, we will discuss a little bit on the history of moist, the vision, mission, core values, and then the school. Okay, so brief history of moist. It all started with a very ordinary conversation analyzing the need of the times due to the influx of thousands of college graduates every year with a corresponding increase of students. It was very observable in the locality of Balingasag that many graduates find difficulty to land a job. These two great heads were the Valmores of Balingasag, Enrico and Reynaldo, who arrives to think of a unique thought of a cup of coffee at the Valmores Garden and Restaurant. Probably, it started with a simple trip to Attorney Romulo P. Valmores in Manila that completed the Valmores triumvirate, who dares to push a worthy project for the people of Balingasag, a remarkable one, the school. A go signal was given with the Countess Grace to move in applying for technical courses and preschool starting school year 2002-2003. The first 30 technical courses under CASTA were electronics technology, electrical technology, and food preparation and servicing technology. And a one-year course, while the nursery and kindergarten 1 and 2, which comprises the preschool, was under the Department of Education. So basically, MOIST started with TESDA, technical courses, and the kindergarten and the nursery school. Then later on, we opened grades 1, 2, and 3. And first year secondary level. For the secondary level, we open only first year. Way back in 2002, 2003. Wait, what year did I started my... When they opened yata first year sa high school, that was the time when I graduated my elementary years. So nag-enroll ko actually sa MOIST for first year high school. Wala lang siya na dayon. Kaya di sugot ako mama sa Balingasag mangod siya. Okay, so next we open computer programming and computer technician. And then later on, we open courses like Bachelor in Elementary Education, Bachelor in Secondary Education major in English, Bachelor in Science and Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management, and a two-year diploma in midwifery. And then we also opened Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Okay, finally, most is strongly pushed to go forward towards a brighter future. This school is committed to exert more effort to make it even a better school of learning, both for technical courses as well as under formal structure for its valid clienteles and learning patrons. Now, class, we also have values education and major in mathematics for our secondary education. And then, for BSBA, meron na tayong financial management, human resource management, what else ba yung meron si BSBA? So we've opened a lot of new majors for BSBA. And right now, we are moving forward and pushing through para ma-open ang ato ang maritime education. So, soon, with the grace of God, naa tayo atong kaugalingon nga maritime education. That was the thing that we were busy with during the meeting with your parents. That's why wala ako, no? Katong meeting sa parents, wala ako. We were busy with the paperwork para sa atong maritime education. Also, they are pushing, the school is pushing through with the opening of diploma program para sa criminology as a preparation for criminology para pwede na nga ang students kung dili pa nila kaya mag-proceed sa 4 years na diploma na bachelorate degree for criminology, pwede na sila mag-diploma program sa criminology. We are also working on, the school is also working on the opening of a agriculture no, para sa atong TESDA. Mag-open of agriculture para sa TESDA. And they are currently taking care of the farm, the moist farm para sa ato ang what you call this one? Para sa ato ang TESDA course on agriculture. So mas daghan na ang courses na gina-open sa Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology. Vision. So this one class, you really have to memorize this one kasi for the signing of clearance before your graduation, this is part of the requirements. Isa na siya sa mga requirements para sa inyong signing of clearance sa inyong graduation, para sa EDSA semester. Vision, a career-oriented institution that provides holistic education to learners, leading to personal and professional growth, responsive to the needs of the community for sustainable development. Mission, Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology is committed to provide an accessible quality education that is geared towards the total development of a person. Hence, she is dedicated to, kindly read, everyone, kindly open your mic. First.
Create a learner-centered
Learning
environment.
environment.
Next.
Produce
Produce
students
students
graduating
graduating
good
good
in
in
emotional
emotional
intelligence
intelligence,
skill
mental
and
and
physical
physical
capabilities.
Third.
develop
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 individual
individual self-determined human emotional
And lastly,
strengthen
Strengthen
students'
research
motivation, and
program.
program.
okay, this is something that you really have to memorize. No? Especially kasi graduating na kayo, dapat kabalo mo ano. No? Kung graduating naman mo, dapat kabalo mo ano. For the past 2 years, na for those of you who are not here for the secondary education as junior high school education and for your elementary education. Para sa mga ngayon lang sa school for this grade 11 and grade 12, at least, di ba, graduate kayo na alam niyo ito. No, alam niyo ito. Next is the moisture core values. The first one is, this is from the abbreviation of Misamis Oriental Institute of Science and Technology, so MOIST, M-O-I-S-T. So mindfulness, optimism, innovativeness, service, and trustworthiness. Excuse me. If you remember, last year sa inyong Gen Gen Math na subject, remember mo sa inyong Gen Math? Di ba na ay points for reflection dito? If you still remember sa inyong Gen Math, you are asked to write a reflection based on the topic dito sa points of reflection. So naa dito ang mindfulness, optimism, innovativeness, service, and trustworthiness. So if you still remember that one, those are all actually from the core values of MOIST. No? Those are all from the MOIST and core values. The integration of the MOIST and core values in our lesson for Gen Math. No? So Gen Math ninyo nga lesson sa inyong first semester grade 11. So mindfulness means that you have to be able, you are supposed to be able to exercise sensitivity to the needs of the community. Optimism, you are able to embody a positive perspective in your personal, emotional, spiritual, and social interactions with others. Innovativeness, internalize the importance of research and able to display analytical, critical, and creativity in his or her outputs. Service, you were able to practice servant leadership and showed concern for others. And trustworthiness, demonstrate reliability, dependability, and responsibility. So as graduates of MOIST, we are hoping that you will get our MOIST core values of mindfulness, optimism, innovativeness, service, and trustworthiness. Now, Elijah, where are you, Elijah? Elijah,
Yes, ma'am.
you do know the moist team, right, Elijah? And also Tubal. Di ba, diri gyapon si Tubal nga product, no? Kinsa pa ganito?
Yes, ma'am. Daghan mi
Sino
diri,
pa
ma'am.
ngayon? O diba, daghan mo nga product sa moist. So you do know our moist him. So for this one, I will just flash to you the sorry, what you call this one? It's actually been edited na, no. There were a little bit of changes done to the lyrics of the song. No, naay mga changes na gibuhat diri sa lyrics sa ato ang moist hymns. I'm just flashing this one to you, and then later on I will send you the link para sa moist hymn. Link in YouTube para sa atong moist hymn. Para mapaminawan ninyo siya. It will be a lot better if you will listen to the recordings other than listening to me sing the song. Kaya wag ka-aisyo kung no? Kaya yabag tatanan kung yabag ang inyong paminawan. So it will be a lot better if you are going to hear the song from the recordings. Okay, so I guess that ends for the what do you call this one? Orientation on the VM and core values of the school. So any questions, students? Na may mga pangutana? Gamay ra lagi mo. Asa ako ba? There are only 21 of you. Manda. Manda ang mga wala niya. Okay. So before we start with the semester, no? Before we start with the semester, excuse me. This is for our section, ha? This is for our section. As your advisor. So before we start with the semester, I would like to ask everyone, there are only 36 of you remaining. 36 na lang takabuok. From 39 down to 36. 39 kayo last semester. We started with 39 at the start of the semester. And then by December, naging 38. At the end of the first semester, there are only 36 of you left. So nanay, tulo nga nawala. Base na ay gusto mo apas. Na ay gusto mo apas?
Wala na, ma'am.
Wala na. Wala na gusto mo apas. Basin lang ba na gusto mo apas? Okay ra ba gyapon sa ako? Basin lang. Gusto din mo apas. Wala na gusto mo apas?
Wala na, ma'am.
Wala.
Wala na, ma'am.
Okay. So kay wala may gusto mo apas, no? It's been we've had a meeting with the teachers, the subject teachers and all other advisors. Now we've had a meeting. So in our meeting, we've discussed this. Okay? Prelim pa lang daan. So, you have to be very mindful of the deadlines, ha? This time around, sa una, sige, mukhang yun, no? Delay, ma'am, malit ko, ma'am. Ang prelim, dito na sa midterm ipasa. Ang pre-fi, dito na sa finals, gibulto o pasa. This time around, we've already decided, as early as preliminaries, magtaktak na may estudyante. Especially since you are graduating. No, especially since graduating mo. So as early as first prelim pa lang, taktakan ang mudaan. So piliun na daan ang makapadayon o ang kailangan na mag-say goodbye. Kasi we are hoping that we are going to be able to provide students, quality students nga kaya na atubangon ang college. No, kaya atubangon ang college. You are STEM students. Diba STEM man mo tanan? Wala man siguro napapag diri nga dili STEM, no? Naabay napapag?
Wala, ma'am.
Wala,
Oh,
ma'am.
wala.
Wala.
Oh, wait ka for a while, ha? Yes, that. Okay, so yung STEM mo tanan, walay nakasagol sa inyong malain. So basically, if you are in STEM, no, basically, di ba, dili man ninyo i-take on ang challenge ni STEM kasi alam naman natin lahat, STEM ang pinakalisod na strand. Right? Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. STEM ang pinakalisod nga strand. No? STEM ang pinaka difficult na strand because nasa inyo tanan ang mathematics, nasa inyo tanan ang sciences. Because of your major, the mathematics and the sciences. So siya ang pinaka-challenging na strand. And this strand is in preparation for college. No? Ang STEM na strand is really in preparation for college. College ready kayo dapat. When you end your senior high school, your grade 12 senior high school, dapat you are college ready. No, you are college ready. So since you are college ready, dapat alam niyo na yung basics na dapat yung malaman pagpaingin niyo sa college. Pag-abutin niyo sa college, what you are going to be is basically either you go to engineering courses, you go to IT-related courses, computer-related courses, you go to medical-related courses, you go to science-related courses, construction-related courses, those things, o mechanically related courses, any of those courses pwede ninyong aduan. No lisod pud kung nag-STEM ka, kunya di ay ang imo di ay gusto kay mag-TVET di ay ka, mag-TESDA di ay ka. Yung nag-STEM pa ka, yung mag-TESDA di ay ka. Anong nakain mo? Diba? Anong nakain mo? So basically, nag-STEM mo, kaingana ang inyong goal. No? Ingana ang inyong goal. Now, will it be okay to allow you to graduate grade 12 STEM if wala gani mo kabalo sa basic algebra, basic trigonometry? Will it be okay? Basically, it's not okay. Diba? Wala mo'y natunan sa inyong mathematics, sa inyong sciences, it will not be okay to let you go to war sa college. College is war. War ang college, especially if you go to big universities. It's a war zone out there. Especially if mga ito na mo sa mga dagko ng mga universities. No, if you go to big universities. I know because I've been there. Believe it or not, nakahuman ko isa ka tuig of civil engineering in USTP. I was a civil engineering student in USTP before ko nag-shift sa education o nagbalhin sa St. Vitas. No? Before ko nag-shift sa education na nagbalhin sa St. Vitas. Why did you shift, ma'am? Anong nag-shift ka? Anong nibalhin kang school? It's not because dili na ako kaya ang engineering. No. I know I can do engineering. I know kaya na ako ang engineering. It's because of personal problems. No, nagkaroon ng personal problems, I needed to transfer school and I needed to shift. It's a war zone out there. There are around 300 of us who applied for a slot in the engineering, in civil engineering, ha? 300 or 400 of us sa amo ang batch na nag-apply for civil engineering. Do you know pila lang kabok ang ilang gikuha ang nakasulod? Can you guess how many? Anyone from the class who have any idea kung pila lang ang ilang pasudlon out of that number of students na mag-apply? Na may idea? Out of the 300 to 400 of us who applied for civil engineering, there are only 60 of us na ilang gipasulod. That comprises of only two sections. Duha lang may ka-black A and black B. Saisinta out of that number. No, saisinta lang out of that number. And from that 60 of us in our batch, apil na ako sa nataktak, no? And in that 60 of us in our batch, first semester pa lang sa first year namo sa engineering, napasabak na kami sa dalawang math at dalawang science. So, duha ka math diretso, duha ka science ang among subject, aside from other minor subjects. No? Duha ka math, duha ka science. And in one semester only, ang nabilin sa AMUA is only 55 ang nilahos para sa second semester. Imagine that. No? 55 na lang ang nilahos sa second sem. Sa second sem dayon, out of the 55 na nakasulod sa second semester, tapos sa second semester, tulo na kabuk among math. Kung dili siya lalim, solid mesuration, analytic geometry, and advanced algebra. So, tulo ka math. And then, duha ka science gihapon. And in That second semester, after that second semester, ang nabilin sa 55 is only barely 40. 38 lang yata sila nga nabilin sa 55. Not yet. 42 pala. 42 ang nakalahos for second year. 42 ang nilahos for second year. Ang ni-graduate sa among batch, nga dili siya irregular, no? Regular student di siya nga ni-graduate, 20 plus lang. Diba, imagine 400 students na nag-apply, ang ni-graduate 20 plus lang. So, yung anak, challenging pag-abot sa college. So, that's why you really have to be ready before you go to college. Kaya naman, ginahangyo mo na, hangyo din siya, no? Na as early as preliminaries, you learn as much as you can. Prelim pa lang. Dili kay prelim chill. Midterm chill. Pre-fi chill. Pag-abot sa finals, kara-kara dahil mo kuan. Kara-kara dahil mo pasa tanan dayon. Diba? So, kung pagpasa ninyo tanan sa finals, napagadayin mo natunan, di ba wala na? Wala na, right? Asa na nagikan inyong mga answer, Ana? Usually, your answer from that is gikan na siya sa inyong mga GC. Kung napa mo yung mga GC nga nagchika-chika mo sa mga answer. Dito na nagikan. You don't learn anything at all. So, as much as possible, learn. Make sure na naamoy bala before mo musulod og college. Kinsa na sa inyo ang mga nag-apply for college? Who among you here? Justin, who else?
Mag-apply pa, ma'am.
Mag-apply pa si Christian. Who else? On process ng
Apply pa, ma'am.
Applying pa po si JV. Okay. Ganahan ba magdala sa inyong grado wala ay pula? Inyong card? Di ba lain? Lain, no? Apply mo USTP, mag-apply mo MSU. Okay. Mag-apply mo o universities, Liceo, CU, COC, whatever, no? Big colleges and universities. Ganahan mo dala sa inyong 75, 72 nga grado? Diba? Your card is very colorful. Daghan sa inyo colorful ang card. Don't worry, kay by next week, imit man ta mo face-to-face, makita ninyo yung grado. Ihatag na ko sa inyo yung grado. Makita ninyo dito, nalaan mo yung mga card na ng lipstick. No? Ng lipstick inyong mga card. Ganahan magdala that kind of grade in big universities. Di ba lain? Lain, no? Bisan pag muingon ka nga, kung saan man na mo ang sobra, ma'am, okay naman ang 75. Very wrong na mindset. Very wrong na mindset. Saan mo sobra, ma'am? Okay naman na siya ang 75, ma'am. Kaya nga, no, when you apply for college, deliberate tanawon inyong grado. Pag tanaw pa lang nila daan sa inyong card, Rian, you're too early lang ga. We will meet at 8:45. Okay, pag tanaw pa lang nila daan sa inyong card, nanay sila'y idea what kind of student you are. Nanay sila'y idea if kayanon ba nimo ang course nga imong gina-applyan or dili. Dito pa lang daan makita na. So it's very important, no? Dili man siya class, ang inyuhang grades is not only a basis of what you have learned, but it's also a basis of your attitude as a student. Basis man pud good gihapon siya. Unsa mo ka klase sa estudyante? Makita mong good siya sa grado pa lang daan. What kind of student are you? Are you the kind of student nga chill? Or are you the kind of students nga gapaning kamot? Your grades will tell that. No, your grades will tell that. And then in college, if you apply for a course, dapat mupasar ka sa course na imong gi-applyan, mupasar ka sa standards sa imong entrance exam. So, bigyan, umakay natunan sa imong senior high, saan man mo pagpasar sa imong entrance exam. Nangalansa. So, as much as possible, you learn. Okay? Just like what I've told you, prelim palang daan, manaktak na ni. So kung prelim pa lang daan, you are not performing, you will already get a summon from the school and a warning. Pag abot sa midterm, mupula pagid ang imong grado or ang imong grado is wala ra ganin ni abot og 80, something is wrong. Magsabot na ta if mupadayon ba ka or would you like to repeat? Kay dili ta ka palahuson, dili ka na mo palahuson o grade 12 if dili nimo kaya. So prove to us na kaya nimo para makalahus ka. Am I understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Maayo. Sige, kanin yung yes ha. Ako nang timanan ninyong mga yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Dali, kinsa ni mga nag-yes. Kinsa ni mga naanani, be? Wait lang ha. I'm getting a screenshot of the people inside the meeting para kabalo ko are here. Okay. So kanig 21 students, wait, nagdagan. Bakit umabot na tayo ng 28?
May no si isa ako, mama.
Ha? Okay. Duha ka, kuan imo, Philip, no?
Yes, ma'am.
28, 25 tayo lahat sa meet. So there are 25 of us in the meet. Okay, so hopefully, you understood what I was talking about, no? And you will do well in the second semester. Kasi we've had a lot of problem in this section. Kamugid nga section, ang dako kayo problema, naglabad ang ulo sa mga subject teacher and all. Kamugid nga section. So please, no, though aminado man pud ko nga badlungon gid mo, sakit pud ba sa akong buot kay I am your advisor. No, if you are the advisor man good, bisan pag unsa ka badlungon imong mga estudyante, bisan pag aglabat imong ulo sa ila, bisan pag ag-alba imong kaspa sa ila, agkasakit gihapon ka if other teachers will say na badlungon ka ayo imong klase, ma'am. Agkasakit gihapon ko. It hurts me because I am your advisor. In loco parentis, di ba? In loco parentis. I am your second mother. I am your second parent. So that's why it also hurts me. So please do well, no? Do well and prove that that grade 12 STEM polite is one of the best sections and they can do better. No, we can do better. So let's prove that to your subject teachers. Now, let me ask you, okay na ba ang inyuhang mga GCs for all your subjects? Nana?
Yes, ma'am.
Your empowerment technology, na si Sir San Juan sa inyong GC?
Yes, ma'am.
Nag-ask mo siya karon lang. So, most probably it's in spam or in request. So, ako lang siyang
Nag-chat naman to siya gahapon, ma'am. Nag-announce ba ganito siya?
Okay na dahil. Okay. Basig sa'yo kung section yung pasabot. Sige. So, most probably lahi nga section yung pasabot. Okay, so, how about your subject with Ma'am Kim? You already have contact with Ma'am Kim?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir Planas?
Naana, ma'am.
Ano, ma'am?
Sir Harvey?
Ana pod, ma'am.
And Ma'am Sabuero?
Ana pod, ma'am.
Okay. So, You know the standards of Sir Harvey. So please make sure that you are going to meet his standards. Okay? Kabalo mo sa standards ni Sir Harvey ha. So please make sure that you're going to be able to meet his standards. Ingani siya, class. Now, I would just like to tell you, no, it's a little bit of an insult for your teachers nga hanyuon ninyo og ayo ang grado. Why? Why? Nganong insulto po para sa mga teachers na aghanyoon ninyo og ayo ilang grado? It's because nag-teach man sila. Diba? Nagtudlo man. Nag-online class man, nag-discuss man. So, anong hanyuon? Another thing, all of your subject teachers are actually currently enrolled in master's degree. Tanan, si Sir Planas is currently having his master's in PE. Kamulo na siya masteral sa iyang PE. Si Sir San Juan is currently having his master's in curriculum design development and structure. No? Curriculum design development and structuring. Curriculum design development and structuring. Together with Mr. Harvey Calisagan, Mrs. Sabuero, and me. Ako, si Sir Harvey, si Sir San Juan, o si Ma'am Sabuero, we are all having our master's degree in CBDS. Kamulo mi sa among CBDS. Si Ma'am Kim is having her master's also sa iyahang sciences. So di ba lain no mga ongoing masterands ang inyong instructors unya mag-ingon lang mughanyoon ninyo ang grado. Don't be like that. Especially if wala mo napasa o yung mga hangyo mo, ay, kabagat yung dagway. Goodness gracious. Ba? So that's very kuanpod. It's a huge slap in our faces. It's a huge insult in our parts. So please, no, as much as possible, do your part as a student. We are doing our part as your teachers, so please do your part as students. So now, I will start admitting the students from Victorious para sa ato ang subject orientation in our subject research, no, Capstone research. Admit na nako sila. Okay, so for my students in Polite, pwede muna kayong mag-water break or mag-CR break while we wait for the other students from Victorious. Pwede kayong mag-water break or CR break while we wait for the students in Victorious. Duviji, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Kindly tell your classmates to come. We will start in exactly 5 minutes. And welcome to your subject research, no? Capstone research. Abi ninyong nakapahulay na mo sa research, no? Sa inyong PR2, no? Diba? Akala nyo lang yun. Hindi pa kayo magpapahinga sa research. Meron pa. Mas labad pag yun. Na research. Pero laban lang. I know you can do this. We will do this together. No, we will do this. We will do this together, and I will guide you all through the journey, all throughout the journey. So actually our VPAA asked asked me once if I can give him a subject in the senior high school department. So nagtanong siya sa akin if pwede ba siyang kumuha ng subject sa senior high. Sabi ko sa kanya, yes, Doc, no problem, Doc. I'm currently handling our research. Baka gusto mo. So I would give the research subject sana kay Doki. Kaso busy siya. He's a little bit busy right now. He is our Vice President of Academic Affairs. For those of you who actually who joined the meeting, katong nag-parents meeting, sino sa inyo dito ang mga sumali sa parents meeting? O sino sa inyo yung sumali sa parents meeting type me sa chat box. Sige, go. Madami. Okay. Madami. Good. Me and my jowa. Gagiks. Okay. So madami pala sa inyo no ang sumali sa meeting. So during the parents meeting, nag-talk si Doc. That was our VPAA. So he was the one who was supposed to he was also our research coordinator sa school. No? He was the one who was supposed to handle the subject. Pero he's a little bit busy, so hindi na niya tinuloy na kunin. So hopefully, no, by next year, siya na yung maghawid sa research para naman mas maraming matutunan ang students. Mas challenging si Doc mag-discuss when it comes to research. Now, subject orientation muna tayo sa ating subject na research, Capstone research. So for STEM students, you don't have your immersion. Wala kayong work immersion na subject. Na may 3 I's, no? Different ang 3 I's sa work immersion na subject. No, for other strand, meron silang work immersion. No, ang Humes, work immersion sila, ang ABM, work immersion sila, as well as the gas. But for you, sa STEM, you don't have your work immersion. Lisod po ipadala mo na mo dito sa healthcare ng mga centers or sa engineering baka ito mo sa ilawom sa tulay or sa ilawom sa building, mag-apil-apil mo sa construction, lisod po, di ba? Kaya mo ba na siya inyong mga outs, mo ba na siya ang inyong mga So instead of doing that, we are going to have our capstone research. So what's the difference between a capstone research and a qualitative and quantitative research? No? Ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba nila? So basically, that's the first thing that you are going to learn in our subject capstone research. But before that, let me introduce you first to the subject and let me get to know you. Ay, kailangan pa ba tayo getting to know each other? Kailan naman kunin nyo, no? Kailan? Di na, no? Di na, so muna kaayo. Pero actually, I don't know, I know you by name, but I don't know your faces. No? Wala ko kabalo sa inyong mga itsura pa. So that's why, hopefully, next week, we will start with the face-to-face. I'm going to see na your faces and I'm going to get to know you next week. No? All of you, hopefully, all of you. Kaya kakita lang tamo sa Facebook lang, sa lang, or by passing lang sa school, but not really get to know you, the real you. Okay. So skip natin yung mga names and everything kasi alam na naman natin yung name ng bawat isa. So, okay. So before we proceed with our getting to know each other, let me leave you with this quotation from an unknown writer. I am not what you see. I am what time and effort and interaction slowly unveil. So, diba, just like what Dave said, you cannot judge a book by its cover. So you need to get to know the person before you are able to really get to know the person. And bisan gani, diba, mauban na nimo ang tao for a very long time, it's not a guarantee nga kailagid ka sa iyaha. Right? Okay, there are parts of that person nga dili niya isulti sa imuha. There are parts of his past nga dili niya isulti sa imuha. So even if you know the person for a long time, there are still parts of the person that you will never know. So it would be a lot better to get time and effort. It's the same with subject, no? Same sa subjects ninyo. This is what I tell my math students, no? This is what I told my math students. Yesterday, nakadungog mo na si Justin, naman na siya dali sa school. You cannot just judge the subject pag nakadungog mo nga, ay math na sad, ay research na sad. Maglabad na sa itong ulo. Basically, you think like that because you do not know yet the subject or the importance of the subject. So yung ay, research siya, saan kalabad ba sa ulo, sakit ba sa ulo and all. Kasi hindi nyo pa na-appreciate yung subject. So, before you judge the subject, make sure that you give the subject a chance nga ipakita sa imo that it is useful and that you are really going to be able to use it in your real life scenarios. Hindi siya hanggang libro lang, hindi siya hanggang school lang. Okay. This is how you are going to introduce yourself. No, skip na tayo sa name at age. Pumili ka lang ng isa. You discuss what research is for you, and then, or pwede mong piliin, research is important because, pwede mo ring sabihin, research is not important because. Please, wag plastic, ha? Wag plastic. Be true. Be honest. I don't care if you say you hate research. I don't care if you say, just be honest what it is for you. Kung ang research para sa imo ay ang pag-Google, walang problema. That's research for you. Okay? So just tell me your own understanding and idea. So nganong importante, nganong dili importante. Wag plastic, kinakita na ko inyong mga post dati, katong nagkamulong mo sa inyong PR2, nga naglabad yung ulo sa inyong PR2. Kita ko sa inyong mga post nga may pulos ang research, ang ana mo nag-share mo mga meme. So ayaw, wag kayong plastic. No? If you think that it's not important, it's not useful, then say so. Okay? So let's start with ding ding ding. Balili AJ. AJ?
Ma'am.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Oo. So choose one and then answer it.
Okay, ma'am. For me, research for me is for me, research is about understanding facts and learning learning new things. That would be all. Ay, naa pa din, ma'am.
Ay, naman
Naa pa din. I think it enhance our ability to do more and understanding about new things. That's it, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you so much, AJ. No?
Bago
Next.
pa kong mata, ma'am.
Okay lang. Wala yung problema. No? Wala yung problema. It's okay. So next is Alisa Oga. Oh, you choose one, Alisa.
Research for me is to inform about the fact in your investigation, and for me also, research is one of the most difficult subjects that I've encountered.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Antigua. Antigua followed by Minyoza. Dire-diretso tayo ha. Antigua, Minyoza, and then Akaw. Okay, Antigua. Wala? Antigua? If you cannot, talk, please message in the chat box. Na kung hindi kayo makakapagsalita, and then you can message in the chat box. So wala si Antigua. So let's proceed to Minyoza, followed by, wala si Akaw. Ayun. Let's proceed with Minyoza, followed by Akaw, and then Saraos. Minyoza.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, choose one.
One, ma'am. Research for me is about investigating, ma'am. That's all.
Okay. Akaw, Saraos, and then followed by Tudtud. Go. Wala?
Ako
Lisa
na, ma'am.
Raos? Yes, go.
For me, research is the creation of new knowledge and or the use of existing knowledge. Ano ra, ma'am?
Okay, the use of existing knowledge. So, tudtod and then followed by Laniton.
So for me, research is where you can discover a new thing or investigate someone or something that you want to know. That's all.
Okay, Laniton. Then Lalasan and then Acero. Dire-diretso na ha. Laniton, Alasan, Acero.
Okay, ma'am. Research for me, ma'am, is the investigation of the study and gaining new information and facts. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Cyril, Alasan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Research is important because ano, para makabalo ta sa unsa gitinud, ma'am. Mara, ma'am.
Okay. Acero, Daaw, Simborio, and then Pulinar.
I research for me is about investigating a certain topic and it enhance our problem solving. Mara, ma'am.
Okay. Daaw. I-proceed Simborio.
Ma'am.
Daaw. Yes.
Ma'am,
Research.
ma'am.
Research is important. It plays an important role in discovering new treatments and making sure that we use existing treatments in the best possible ways. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, next. Simborio. Followed by Polinar, Marban, Cabigon, and Urujales.
Okay, ma'am. For me, research is a valuable tool, especially for us students. Now, by conducting a research, we are able to go deeper to a certain topic or issue area through facts. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Marban, Cabigon, Urujales, Ulohan.
Good morning, ma'am. For me, research is important because we will able to discover um, treatments and we go into deeper, like we will seek more about it and sana. It is important because uh, through with our research knowledge, we will make um, accurate conclusions. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Um, Research for me is a deeper understanding about I is a deeper understanding of curiosity of um, many problems, and research is important for me because we can generate you can generate a new knowledge and so on. Yun lang, ma'am.
Okay, next. Greg.
Okay, ma'am. So for me, research is something that people undertake in order to find out things in systematic way. Thereby, research also increasing our knowledge.
Okay, so let's have Cabigon, Rania, Badelia, and Pabilian. Cabigon, start. Wala kaya tang audio diri. Kindly ano na lang, message mo na lang sa chat box ang iyong sagot, no? You can message your answer in the chat box kasi parang wala kaya tang audio. Okay. So, proceed tayo kay Rania followed by Badilla and then Pabilian.
For me, ma'am, research is about learning new things and it is important because we can use our skills in
Ako na lang, ma'am.
Okay, Rania, medyo mahina ang iyong, what you call this one? Ang iyong audio. No? Mahina ang iyong audio. Okay, Badilla, proceed.
Research for me is a mean of curiosity, creation, and it generates new knowledge.
Okay. Pabilian, followed by Kabahar and then Budlaw.
So research for me, ma'am, is a process of figuring out new
Yes.
Ako na,
JV?
ma'am.
Yes, JV.
Research for me is like investigating in a certain thing. It is very important because it prepares the person, my it prepares mind for a better understanding of concepts and theories.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's proceed to Budlaw, followed by Dayag and then Gumahin.
Research is important because it enhances our ability to interpret, analyze, and process data, which could be very helpful in the future. Though it's not that easy, important because if otherwise, teachers wouldn't include it in the course.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Budlaw. Then Dayag, Gumahin, Intia.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Johannes Dayag. Research for me is an investigation.
Hindi ka audible, Johannes. You're not audible. Nearer siguro yung mic. Okay, let's proceed. Technical issue siguro with Dayag. So let's proceed to Gumahin and then Intia and then Turinueva.
Research for me is research on instrument to investigate such a thing or problem and create possible solution. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Good morning, ma'am. Honestly, research for me is quite difficult, but I know it gives us the opportunity to discover more about our capabilities and abilities as a student, and I thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Justin.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. So, I personally do not 100% like research because it is truly brain squeezing and it's hard, honestly. Yet, I do believe as well that research is important because it helps us improve our critical thinking skills and our capabilities to solve certain issues and find wise solutions for our problems.
Okay, let's have Chong followed by Butkon, Galorport, and then Kawili. Chong.
Good morning, ma'am. For me, research is important because it fosters comprehension and decision making. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Good morning, ma'am. Research is important because it promotes love of confidence in reading, analyzing, and sharing information, ma'am.
Okay, next. Galorport.
Good morning, ma'am. Research for me is important because in research we can increase our knowledge about something, and in research also we can find answers for our questions. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed with Kawili.
Good morning, everyone. Research is important because it is a way for us to develop a certain facts and conclusions which would enhance our existing world and make it a developed one. I think that's all, and thank you.
Okay. Next, we will have Ampo followed by Mabilin, tubal, bagungon, and buhisan. Ampo, can we start?
Good morning, everyone. Research for me is digging information on facts and also analyzing. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Next, Mabilin.
Hi. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Research for me is basically the process in which someone collects or gather bundles of information from the different resources. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Next,
Good morning, everyone. In a context, research may not be as simple as the letters RESEARCH. Much more than with having the capacity to search again on the internet, which some of us do always. Research for me is the capacity and the capability to extend more than to see the simple problems and being able to find ways to maneuver these circumstances in life. Thank you.
okay, thank you. Bagungon, buhisan, and then princess. Bagungon.
Um, Research for me is where you organize the gathered information about this specific topic.
Okay, buhisan.
Research for me is the creation of new knowledge and to generate new understandings. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Richan followed by Valen and then Galion. Pipiquero.
Ako na lang sa ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. For me, research is finding the missing piece of the said thing, term, and objectives. And research is important because it's also help us satisfies our curiosity. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Galion followed by Glucam and then Ramoso. Galion.
Research is important because it develops making and empowers us with knowledge. And also, research can find answers to things that are unknown and filling gaps in knowledge. That's all. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Glucam.
For me, research is important because it allows me to acquire broader educational experience, whereby I can be able to explore effects of applying new thought processes through study and testing. Also, research is important because it contributes to developing knowledge in a field of study and also to society. Most importantly, we will find solutions to problems, especially relevant to present issues of society thanks to research. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ramoso.
Research is a way of investigating or analyzing ideas that can help to find conclusions or answers, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Rojas. Okay, audio problem yata. Sheni Albarase.
Okay. Research for me, ma'am, is important because research is like exploring things to come up with the best ideas to respond the needs of the society.
Okay, thank
That's all,
you. And
ma'am.
then we have the Brisa. Surge. Let's proceed. Search, search, pwede mong i-mute na lang, search. I-chat mo na lang. Any mute, okay. I check mo na lang yung answer mo, search. Let's proceed to Trisha. Trisha Basuga. How about Rowa, Kenneth? Rowa, Kenneth? Okay. So I guess that would be all, no? I guess that would be all. Yes?
Ma'am, nako po ma'am.
Yes, Amit.
Ma'am,
Si Crystal. Nakapasok si Crystal. Okay, Amit, you go first and then Crystal follow.
Research for me is a fascinating endeavor for answering questions and solving problems that will change our lives. Thank you.
Okay, Crystal.
okay, good morning everyone. So research for me is really quite challenging. It requires a lot of work, like literally a lot of work since it has a lot of process. But through research, we can gain a lot of understanding, insights. We can discover new things. We can discover facts. And most importantly, it also increases our ability to think deeply. So it also challenges our brain to work harder or smarter. So that's all. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Okay,
Lingkudo,
thank
ma'am.
Yes, Linkudo. Go.
Good morning. Research for me is defined as a careful consideration of study regarding a particular concern or a public problem. Thank you.
Okay. So who else? Sino pa yung hindi pa ah, nakapagsalita? Sino pa? Yung wala pa, hindi pa nakapag-answer. Meron pa ba? Let me check sa messages kung meron. Okay, may sagot sa messages. Si Umali sumagot sa messages, si Malabote, um, si Simborio, si Dayag. Okay. So nasa research ang iba, nasa message ang iba. Okay, so thank you so much, no, for your participation and for your answers. No, thank you so much for your participation and for your answers. This is actually already a score for participation. It's already a score for participation. Okay, so basically, most of you answered that research is for investigation. It is a tool. It is a fact-finding tool. It is a tool for learning new things. It is used to discover, no, for discovery. It is used for decision making. It is one answer there struck me. The one who said that research develops. It is important because it develops the love for reading, analyzing information. No, the love for reading and analyzing information. So it's not enough kasi that you gather data. No? You have to make sure that the data that you've gathered, the information that you've gathered is analyzed and that you know it's true and valid. No? It's very important na alam mo na it's true and valid. Okay. Why is it important no na i-validate natin yung ating mga nagagather na data, no? Let's just have a little bit of um, lihay sa tagamay, no, sa topic. So, bakit kailangan na valid yung ating data? Bakit kailangan i-validate natin yung ating data? We need to validate our data para hindi tayo ma-retest, di ba? Uso ngayon si Mari retest. Okay? So it's very uso right now. And we have to really validate in order for our data to be reliable and factual. Di ba? Yun nga yung sabi ninyo, fact-finding. Research is fact-finding. So what you are gathering are facts, no? Not opinions, but facts. You are gathering facts. Now, so the instructor. So basically, you do know me from last year. I was your subject teacher for general mathematics, as well as for statistics and probability. So as for Victorious, I was their advisor last year, and for Polite, I am your current class advisor. So just a little bit of background. So I am Miss Rosemary Gabutan Silva, LPT. You can contact me in my Gmail account, rosemary.silva1991@gmail.com. And my number, now you can get my number. You can contact me in my number, 097594561178. So I'm a graduate of Bachelor in Secondary Education, majoring in Mathematics from St. Peter's College of Balingasag, way back in the year 2014. And on August of that same year, I took my licensure examination. And on December of that same year, 2014, I've had my oath taking as a licensed professional teacher in mathematics. So I'm currently having my master's in curriculum design development and structuring. It's ongoing in St. Paul University, Manila. I'm currently on my second semester. So hopefully, God willing, by last week of July or by August of this year, I'm already a full-fledged master's in CDDS. Hopefully, God willing. Okay, so any questions about me? Or let's proceed. Questions? La? Okay, so
Wala na, ma'am.
okay, let's proceed. No? The subject grading system. So for your core subjects, para sa core subject, the grading system is 25, 50, 25. No? Okay. 25 for your assignments and written works, 50 for your project, and another 25 for the term exam. But in this subject, Capstone Research, this is your academic subjects. This is one of your major subjects. Our grading system is 25, 45, 30. So 25% for written works, quizzes, and assignments, 45% for performance tasks or project, and 30% for major examinations. Okay, why am I introducing this to you? It's because of this. Gusto na ko, class, walaon ninyo sa inyong mentality kini. Nakapasa man ko sa quiz, okay na to, di na ko buhat project, di na ko mag-exam. Or, nayuban sa inyo mo ingon, ay, nagbuhat naman ko sa project, bahalag walay quiz, bahalag walay exam, pasar na lagi to. Or, moingon ka, napasa man ako akong exam, di na ko mag-project, di na ko mag-quiz, mag-exam ra ko, pasar lagi ko. I want you to abolish that thinking. Why, oh why, bakit? Bisan pag ma-perfect di mo ang imong quizzes and assignments, you only have 25%. Pasar di ay ang 25. Pasar ang 25, dili?
Dili.
Dili.
Dili, ma'am.
Di ba dili? That is if perfect. Perfect na gani, dili gyapon ka pasar. What if dili pagid perfect? 0-0 pagid imong score, 1-1-1 imong score. Wala. Sugsak gihapon. What if wala kay written works, kaya di ka gusto mag-quiz? Ma'am, di ko gusto mag-quiz, ma'am, kapoy ang answer sa Google Classroom. Di ko mag-exam, kapoy ang exam, ma'am. Mag-project ra ko, ma'am. Prajikan ra na ako, di ba? Ampay na ninyo. Pwede prajikan lang, ma'am. Project lang ako, ma'am. Prajikan lang. Project is only 45% of your grade. Pasar ang 45%, dili.
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 Dili, ma'am.
45% if perfect, no? 45 if perfect. Nya kay dili perfect ang imong gipasa nga project putyo-putyo. Kumbaga kung sa papel pa murag kinumutan murag ilo. Diba? Labaw na pila ka imong score. So dili mo pasar. Right? Dili. Ma'am, dili ko mag-quiz, dili ko mag-project, mag-exam ra ko, ma'am. Sure ko, ma'am, pasar na ko, ma'am, perfect akong exam, ma'am. Perfect ang imong exam, you only get 30%. Ang 30% pasar, dili.
Dili.
Dili gihapon. No? Dili gihapon. Now, let's just say, ma'am, kaya na ko kuhaon ang 75 if ma-perfect na ko ang performance task ang exam. Ako na 75, ma'am. Sure na, ma'am. Pasar ko, ma'am. Bahalag wala ko'y quiz. Bahalag wala ko'y quiz, ma'am. Basta kay perfect akong performance task. Perfect akong exam, ma'am. Perfect lagi na akong exam, ma'am. Yes, you can. You can pass the subject. It's 45 plus 30, that's 75. Right? Pasar. Pasar, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Pasar. The problem is, perfect. Kaha. That's the question. Perfect. Kaha. Kaya? Kaya i-perfect si performance task o si exam?
Kaya.
Uy!
Sana
Challenge accepted.
Sana
Sana
all.
all. Diba? Sana
Kaya mo ka.
all. Kaya mo ka. Oo. Sana all kaya.
Let
Diba?
Lenny lead, ma'am.
Let Lenny lead. Let Lenny lead ko. Uy, no pa niya. Di ko ka. Charot. Okay. So, let's enough na with that one. Okay. So, it would be hard, no? If you are just going to focus on one output.
Good morning,
If
Philip.
you're just going to focus on one output or two outputs. So as much as possible, that's why we keep on telling you,
Sige
diba?
lang, kay
Submit
9:45 mo taman, di
everything.
ba?
Make sure you do everything.
Sige lang,
Kasi we
9:45 ta
are
magsugod or
going to grade
9:50.
you with those everything that you submit to us. Right? Graduhan man mo, depende sa unsa inyong isubmit sa amo. Pero ayaw lang po, kumpleto lagi nimo putyo-putyo man po. Ma'am, nag-exam man ko, ma'am. Ang imong exam kay 5 over 100. Ma'am, nagpasa ba ako sa kong project, ma'am? Ang imong project kay 10 over 100, kay putyo-putyo. Ma'am, nag-answer man ko sa kong quiz, ma'am. Imong score kay 15 over 500. Pasar di ay. Diba, dili gihapon. So that's why you work hard. You do your best in all of the areas given. Kaya para ma-ensure ninyo ang inyong passing score. You have to really make sure that you are going to pass the subject. Nakuha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yay! Very good, very good. Oo, very good kayo. Muna perfect kayo mo sa mga yes, ma'am. Diba, ma'am? Very good ang mga yes, ma'am. Okay, kaya very good man yung yes, ma'am. Are you already in the Google Classroom? Pumasok na ba kayo sa ating Google Classroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
na kayo.
this is what you're going to do. For those students who are already in the Google Classroom, kindly type yes. And for those who are not yet in the Google Classroom, kindly type no. Okay, yes or no lang ha. Kindly type, I mean in the Google Meet. No? Yes or no lang tayo. Okay. So far, so good. Yes, lahat ang nakikita ko. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Ayan, meron pa. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, very good. So far, no? Yes, ang aking mga nakikita. So, nasa Google Classroom na. Let me check how many people are in the Google Classroom of Victorious. There are 36 people in the Google Classroom of Victorious. May missing pa tayo na. Ilan? Ilan ang missing Victorious?
4.
4. O, diba? 4. O, may missing na 4. O, yung 4 na missing sa Victorious, Okay. See you next semester? I joke. See you next year ba? I joke. Okay, so how about polite? Tignan natin si polite. How many people inside polite? Ay, polite, ang lakas ng yes, tapos 28 lang ang nasa ating Google Classroom. So meron pa tayong 8 na kulang sa polite. 4 from Victorious and then 8 from polite. Now, I have already given you your activity 1 sa Google Classroom. So meron na tayong activity sa Google Classroom. There are only 34 students who answer the activity out of the 77 students for research. 34 pa lang ang sumagot ng activity out of the 77 students. So make sure you answer the activity in the Google Classroom ASAP. No? ASAP. Kailangan sagutan nyo yung activity sa Google Classroom ASAP. Okay? Because by next week, we will meet na face-to-face. I am going to divide polite into 2 classes and I will divide Victorious into 2 classes. So bali upat siya ka klase tanan, upat ka meetings tanan. Kay para dili kaayo siya daghan estudyante, para dili mag-influx ang number of students inside the campus. No? Para dili daghan kaayo estudyante inside the campus, you will be divided into 4 classes. So 2 classes for polite and 2 classes for Victorious. Okay? I will be able to identify the classes depending on your answers in our activity. So please make sure that you answer the activity ASAP. Kasi i-divide ko na yung inyong klase. Okay, so let's proceed to the last part before we end. Before we end for our meeting this morning. By Thursday, I'm not going to meet you on Thursday, ha? I'm not going to meet you on Thursday. I will just send announcements in the GCs on the schedule sa inyong pag-ani sa school for the limited face-to-face. The limited face-to-face consultation. It's not limited face-to-face class. We are not allowed to have a class. It's a consultation. Kasi we are going to make a research paper. So you are going to come to school to consult on your research paper or the making of your research paper para mag-guide ta mo all throughout from choosing the topic until the very end of your paper. Okay. So before that, let's have this. No, let's have this. Before we end, let's have this. So this is just a reminder, no, and a few reminders on the virtual etiquette. What are the things that we do and we do not do when we are in a virtual meeting, just like this one that we are having right now? Kasi hindi naman all the time that I will make you come to school. No, there will be times that I will be meeting you online. Also, your other subjects are mostly online, diba? Your other subjects are mostly online. That's why we really have to remind you of the etiquette. No? We really have to remind you of the etiquette. Okay. So what are the things that you do and what are things that we don't do? So first thing first, you have to make sure that you are going to test your equipment in advance. No? Before ng klase, dapat na-test na nimo ang imuhang equipment. So para wala na kay problema with your audio. No? Para hindi ka na magka-problema with your audio. Di ka madunggan. Mag-iunin ka nga, ma'am wala ko'y camera, ma'am wala ko'y mic, ma'am wala ko'y ana-ana, chobalo, etchus. No? Ang dami nyo na magiging rason. So as early as possible, you check your equipment in advance. Make sure naka-charge na ang phone para makaya niya i-survive ang inyong klase. Dili kay ignon din ko ni mga, ma'am, nalobat ko, ma'am. Maong wala ko naka-appel. So don't tell me na lobat ka agud wala ka nakapil kaya ang atong klase is 9:45 8:45 in the morning to 9:45. I am your first class during Tuesday and Thursdays, no? Ako ang pinakauna niyo nga subject on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Lisod pud nga na na lobat ka, no? Lisod pud nga na lobat ka. So, it's not possible na ngayon ka nga na lobat ka. Next, before you speak, you introduce yourself, no? Especially if kanang naala kay kalit ka mo tingog during our discussion, no? Kalit ka mo tingog during our discussion. You have to introduce first yourself. Kasi in Google Meet man good, dili makita ang speaker, no? Dili siya mo pop up ang speaker. No, dili siya mo pop up ang speaker. Unlike sa Zoom, na pag naay mo tingog automatically mo pop up siya. Siya ang gumugawas dayon. Mura siyang mapin diretso. But in Google Classroom dili siya ingon ana. So gapangitaon pa nako kinsa tumitingog. Asa to dapit, di ba? Asa to dapit. So you introduce yourself before you speak. Next is refrain from multitasking. I do know, kabalo ko, na naay uban sa inyo, kamulo mo attend og klase, nag-ML. Most probably naa karon. Abin yung ako kabalo ko. So please, no? Please, make sure that you don't do that. No? Make sure that you don't do that. Ang uban gani, i-mute ang Google Classroom, igura nagsulod sa Google Classroom na ailaing gibuhat, nag-YouTube streaming, nag-TikTok and everything. Don't do that. Avoid multitasking. So refrain from multitasking. Since naman sinasayang nyo na rin lang yung load ninyo para makapasok sa klase, sana naman may matutunan kayo kahit konti, di ba? So, avoid multitasking or refrain from multitasking. Next is to create an appropriate setting. So, karon, I'm not going to ask you to open your cam kasi I'm not opening my cam. But in the coming meetings, I'm going to ask you to open your camera. So make sure na pag iuna ko nga open your cam, makita ka na mo. Dili kay initingon ako nga open your cam ngit-ngit kisa nga tanan wa ako'y agakita pag ngisi nimo ngipon ra nimo nakita. 'Di ba? So, check the lighting around you, check your background, no? I-check mo yung background kung ano ba yung mga nasa likod, baka may mga kwaknit nga nagbitay-bitay pa diya sa imong kwarto. So make sure nga wala na yung mga kwaknit nga nagbitay sa kwarto. Okay? Eliminate distractions, no? Don't join the class na naa ka nananaw sa TV. Don't join the class na nagpanlaba pa ka, 'di ba? As much as possible, avoid distractions. No, walay maka-distract ka mo taga klase. Okay? You will not learn anything or hear anything if there are distractions. No, there are distractions na anay mawala. Especially in your math and in your sciences na klase, mag-formula mo sa physics, mag-formula mo sa chemistry, naalay mo, ma-distract lang kakadyot, makalingo lang kakadyot, wala nakakabalo unsa ni nahitabo sa formula. 'Di ba? It happens, no? Ma-distract lang kagamay. Wala nakakabalo asa na to nakuha ang 2x